Another day, another dollar in this beautiful world we call truck driving. Got a question from the community. A lot of you guys are interested in buying some cash equipment, 2007 and older. So I thought I'd get some insight on what I think you should perhaps do, maybe a little bit of advice. But before I go into that, I gotta do my disclaimer. This video is not to encourage you to buy no cash truck, get no trailer, get an authority, go to the oil field, do pneumatic work, do local work. It's not for any of that. I'm just simply talking about what I would do if I was in those situations. Now that we got that out the way, so you go out, you get one of these 2007 and older trucks. Could be from anywhere. I see down in Odessa, Midland, Texas, Migo on Facebook Marketplace. Migo got a lot of equipment up for sale. I just checked Facebook Marketplace and look like Migo selling their equipment, man. I know it's tough down there for them. Obviously, you know, I figured they would take their equipment with them, you know, if they heading back across the border, you know, but that don't seem to be the case when I look on Facebook Marketplace. Or it could just be a case of what the oil field just ain't paying nothing. You know, Migo, when Migo come over to America, they understand after a couple of months that they also need money too. They need money too. Migo can't run for cheap. Migo can't run for cheap because Migo start living over here. You know, they know they need money over here. But I don't think that's the case. I just think ICE and family members and stuff like that may be getting deported, and they just gotta get out of trucking temporarily. They'll be back. They'll be back. Migo will be back. It may be 4 years from now, but they will most definitely. They'll be back, obviously. So if you do get an old truck, old trailer, you need to figure out what you're gonna do with this truck and trailer when it comes to work. Majority of these carriers out here are gonna want you to have 10 years of newer equipment, which means we in 2025, you're gonna need, we're gonna say a 2016 or newer truck. Really, I would recommend 2018 or newer, so you won't be right there on the threshold. Some carriers is even 5 years or newer, like I believe Bruce Oakley, they gonna want you to have 2020 or newer, which we finna be in 2026, so now you need a 2021 or newer. So I need to check with multiple carriers to make sure you can lease these trucks on. Give me 1 second, I got this dog barking. I'm gonna pause this video and go strangle him. Now I'm just playing. All right, we got that dog situation taken care of. So like I was saying, you know, you need to make sure you know what you can do with these trucks. You go out here, get these cash trucks, and y'all start putting money into it and find out you need to lease it on to somebody. And well, they telling you, man, we don't want that old raggedy truck over here. So you need to know what you're gonna do with it. Now, there's plenty of people that will take on the older trucks. You know, me personally, I'll take them on, but I'm not leasing people on right now. I got a brand new authority, so obviously I gotta wait, get some time under my authority. Unless I get a contract. I get a contract, I don't care what you got. I don't care what you got. I don't care if it's a cab over. I don't care if the truck from 1950. I don't care if it's one of them trucks from 1930 that they trying to get started on one of them will it start bit. We take everything when we got a contract. We take it all. Why do I take it on? Because when I get a contract, usually it pays so much money to if you can just get the truck to roll across the finish line, you'll be able to make enough money to make it brand new again, okay? So that's why I take risks like that. But if it's just DAT Freight, no. Try to guess what kind of vehicle that was. I give you 5 seconds. They done put $100,000 worth of audio equipment in the minivan, y'all. Anyways, it's nonsense they got going on here. So once you realize what you're gonna do with this truck, some of you guys are saying, well, Andrew, what if we go the authority route? Well, if you go the authority route, then you can have whatever equipment you want, you can have that on as long as insurance accepted. So the authority route, obviously that's the easy route. You know, that's whatever you got is whatever you got. But majority of people ain't going the authority route. Majority of the people, even if they did go the authority route, if they fail with the authority, they're gonna have to lease this truck back on to somebody out here. So you need to have a backup plan for everything, okay? Man, I can still hear him barking. That's crazy. Now, to go OTR, to go regional, or to go local with these old cash trucks. Now, if I had just bought a cash truck, I would try to go local. Local and something specialized, or something that pays some money, whether it be local in the oil field, or if you in Dallas, Texas, for example, a lot of local end dump drivers, or perhaps you know, local belly dump, something local to where you can still make a lot of money. You got logging, shout out them loggers. We got a new logging channel down there in Mississippi. I think it started with a T. Can't think of the name right off the top, but you know, something local to where you can make a lot of money. You ain't gotta put a lot of miles on this truck because you just got it, and you can fix it up little by little until it can actually get put on the road to go do some OTR, some long distance, and be reliable, okay? But in the very beginning, you don't need to go, you just got the truck. You don't need to go that many miles. You just need to go down the street and back for about a band or two, okay? You need to go 60 miles down, come back, and boom, there goes some money, okay? So you got to figure that situation out. Like me personally, if I wanted to get all three of my trucks rolling, I know I need to go and do some local work somewhere that pays some money, which is why I don't mind going back to the oil field to get all three trucks running, okay? Plus, I can see everything. I'm within driving distance. If one of my trucks break down, I can go rescue the load because I'm down the road, and still make sure we get money. Put the truck in the shop. I get to control what shop it go to. When that crap OTR and break down, and you got to drive in there, man, that driver gonna call you, tell you what city he near, and more than likely you're gonna be towing it to anywhere. You don't know where you're towing it to, so you gotta keep that in mind. Now, me personally, like I said, this oil field get cracking back up. If Israel or Iran or whichever one of these Rans attack the U.S. base over there in them other countries, I'm hoping Trump get on the news right now and just say something crazy. Because they already sent oil prices up 8% yesterday. WTI crude oil prices went up 8%, but I need them past 100. I need them come on, Trump, get it past 100. Tell them something. Get on the news, make a threat, do something. I need it, yeah, Israel or Iran, I need them to quit playing and attack. Cause I know, I just need something like that. We just need one more good war. One more good war so we can really. Do y'all know what the oil field was like back when we was over there in Afghanistan and Iraq fighting that war? Do y'all know they was out there in the oil field grossing 20 to 25,000 every single work week like clockwork? If you go on Facebook, the Facebook that kind of changed a little bit, but maybe you can still do it. If you go on Facebook and search like old oil field videos, but you got to filter it. You got to filter it to, like, you know, 2004, 2006, if they let you filter and see them videos back then, because they still on Facebook. They still on Facebook. You just gotta find them. Man, oh my God. I'm talking about people, truck drivers able to go out there and just buy houses straight off the boat, buy houses. But now in 2025, I only see one truck driver look like he making it work out there. I mean, y'all seen him? He got diamond teeth and gold bracelets, and yesterday he was in the blue Lamborghini, and today he in the Porsche Panorama. Tomorrow he may be in a Maybach tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just watching it. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what's going on. Is it just trucking only, or I don't know. I don't know, but I know if I did go back to the oil field, obviously need to get all three trucks going. But the money, when the money come in, you got to know what to do with the money back at the house. Perhaps, you know, maybe you need to, you know, rent out a building, try to start up some type of barber shop, hair salon, nail salon, get people from the barber college come over there. You need to have something on the side, because the oil field gonna always come to an end. That's how all the oil field is always temporary. it's gonna always come to an end. I'm not encouraging nobody to go to the oil field, just in case y'all skip forward in the video. That's my second disclaimer, okay? I'm just talking. I'm at the house. This is the house. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, not Memphis, not yet. So you got to plan all this out, because once you start driving a truck, you ain't gonna be able to think. Truck drivers right now going 4,000 or 5,000 miles. When you doing all that, your brain don't work no more. You're not ain't no thinking. You're driving. You don't have time to think about, well, maybe there's a better way than to do this 4,000 or 5,000. That's too late at that point. Once you get behind that seat, it's too late. You should already have a plan in action. So before you even leave, everything should be planned out. You should know what shops, if you broke down what shops you gonna go to, who you gonna work with if you go out there. Matter of fact, I was thinking, you know, for the ones that did want to go out to the oil field and do pneumatic, and they got the cash truck, and maybe you already got a blower in the trailer, if we all was to go down there and lease on to the same company, that way we can, you know, help each other out, be in the same area. You know, if that's one of y'all out there, y'all need to get in the comments, hit me up on email or something. That way we can all just go to the same carrier, because they may not let me go direct, but I do got a carrier in mind I may lease on to. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't actually called them and confirmed. But if we all at the same spot, we can all kind of help each other with breakdowns and you know, bringing parts out to each other. Just keep all of each other's businesses going, you know. Because right now I ain't got nobody. I ain't got nobody now. I ain't got nobody. Nobody. Tell me, man, it's hard to find blacks that want to own something. Blacks, whites, just people in general, man. People don't want to own nothing. People don't want to own nothing. I saw a Trucker Brown video popped up. Was it last night? I ended up clicking it. I was just trying to see how he was doing. I clicked it and he started talking about, what was the video about? Something about, I'm gonna have to summarize it because I can't think of time right here. Something about, you know, the best way to go in this trucking thing was to, you know, own the truck, get your own authority, and try to find, you know, these top contracts. The problem is we in 2025. Why in 2025 are y'all just now finding this out? Man, we in 2025, man. People shoot. We been knowing that years ago. The problem is years ago nobody wanted to own nothing. Matter of fact, people thought we were stupid for owning trucks and trailers and having the authority and having the freedom and work whenever you want. People thought that was stupid. Fast forward, it don't sound so, it don't look so dumb at all now. It don't look, man, it's shit. But as long as we learning, some people learn faster than others, that's all. Yeah, I would have been in the same boat had not found Lewis, because I probably wouldn't even own no truck had not found Lewis. Lewis had to force me to go over there and look at the flat top. I'm over there making all this excuse. I'm over here with a bank account full of money. I'm just making excuses. Man, I don't know about that truck. Oh man, what they got, Mercedes? I don't know about no Mercedes. That truck in the grass, that's a raggedy truck. I don't know about that truck. He over there, well, Andrew, well, I tell you what, man, if you don't buy it, I'ma buy it. He over here, he got 3 trucks rolling. Showing me, we work at the same company, DAT Freight. He showing me all right, Andrew, here go Friday. I done gross 18,000, and after deductions, I'm keeping 12 or 14. I'm sitting over here. Well, wait, hold on now. I'm satisfied with my 2,000 now. I'm making 2,000, 2,500 as a company driver. Okay, but he making 12 and 14. So clearly there's a big gap in pay. Now I can sit up here and argue, yeah, but I got health insurance, and he don't. Yeah, he ain't got no health insurance. I got health insurance. You know, I'm making 2,000, and my taxes being paid. Yeah, I'm making 25 a week. I got W-2 because I had W-2. That boy just with W-2. I had W-2 in 2018. And I got health insurance. You ain't got no health insurance. He making 12 to 14,000. He can go get a better healthcare plan than what the suit and tie guys offer me. But I'm too stupid to know it. I'm too stupid. Got the wrong people around. You get the wrong people around, they'll talk that nonsense into you. Then how you thinking as an owner operator you can't get no health insurance? You get a better plan than them. Shit, you can get Blue Cross Blue Shield. You can get the highest plan they got. Shit, but You got the wrong people around, man, you know. I don't know how that go. But anyways, so sometimes I lose my train of thought. That's alright. But the main thing I would say is I would go local, so you can see all your stuff. And it ain't gotta be the oil, man. You got the intermodal, you got the port. Hell, you got Big Ward down there in Mobile, Alabama. It look like he finna put his trucks on down into the rail yard on the port. Shoot, have a local driver. He got a mechanic already. Shoot, yeah. Hey, I got the rail yard right here, and the rail yard pay money on the authority side. I gotta throw that out there. I don't know. I know some of these companies dollar a mile and all this nonsense. Look, all I know, when the rail yard send me loads to my email to bid on, it'd be like 40 miles, man. Go down here to this, I think it's the CCX rail yard. It'll be loads going 40 miles, deliver, go back, drop the empty off, $1,500. I done did it before, y'all remember? Look at the last 2 container loads I did that was on DAT Lowboy. Y'all saw what they paid. You're not gonna get that working for Mr. Charlie, and I don't care who you lease on to around here, they ain't paying none of that shoe shine. Fool. But anyways, yeah, man, you just gotta have a plan, man. You know, that's what I'm thinking, man. I go out to this oil field, and if the money was to come in, got to know what to do with the money. Okay, we need to be putting in this asset. We need to buy this business over here, get the house over there, rent it out, have the house, rent it out. You know, you gotta have stuff that makes sense. Some people ask me, Andrew, what would you do different? Well, differently, you know, well, since I'm not looking to buy equipment now. See, back then I was buying equipment, so the money was coming in. It's just we put it in the trucking business, okay? Not knowing that the trucking business was gonna crash right then and now. But now I think it's coming back up a couple of years later. But if I didn't buy the trucks, we could have put it in another business. Hey, we could have got a nail, like I said, nail salon, barber shop. Could have just rented a building down here, $2,000 a month. Got some barber chairs and stuff. Everybody got a business. You just got to think. Could have been a tire shop, brake mechanic shop, any type of shop around here. Shoot, I need me an auto mechanic shop around here now. You know, so it's a lot of different ways to go. You just need to have a plan already in place. So hopefully y'all learning something from these videos. You know, hopefully y'all learning something. But I ain't trying to sell no dreams. I'm not telling nobody go get no truck, no trailer, nothing, because everybody ain't gonna survive. That ain't no good idea for everybody. One person got on here on my live feed, the second live feed, not the one I just did, but the one before that. Like he said, he ain't got no, Andrew, I ain't got no mechanic skills. I can't be out here changing out turbos and air compressors, so I need a new truck. And while that is a good argument, I thought to myself, well, I can't change a turbo and air compressor either. I ain't never changed no parts on no truck. I can do some basic wiring, like put 2 wires together and put a butt connector in there. Yeah, that's what I can do that. I just learned how to take off one of them air fittings. Y'all know I took off the air fitting on the steering wheel. I turned that crescent wrench, and you know, I just learned that the other day. So you know, I feel you. But am I gonna go pay a whole house for a truck? Nope, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm trying to figure out, if I go out here and make $40,000 cash, one thing I'm not gonna do is spend it on something that my $40,000 turns to $20,000 a couple of years down the road. For example, I go out here, I spend all year, a whole entire year trying to get up $40,000. I go buy a Scat Pack. 2 years later, the $40,000 condom turned to a $30,000 condom. 2 years after that, 4 years in, you down to $20,000. I don't want to do that. See, I want to take the 40, maybe put it in the Walmart on the stock market, and the 40 goes from 40 to 42,000 to 45 to 50, 55, 60, 70,000. 4 years in, you know, I need my money going that direction, not down, not down. Not down. Not down. Now, once you already got plenty of money coming in, then okay, cool. That's cool to do. That's cool to do. You know, but luckily I'm still young and I can still do a lot of this stuff. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I think y'all get the gist of what I'm talking about. You know, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Next to the subscribe button is a bell. You hit the bell and press all, you can get all notifications, and when I go live, you can be in the live feeds. So make sure y'all comment, tell me what y'all think about this video and what other subjects you want to hear, because it's Friday, payroll Friday. Hopefully y'all got paid and y'all satisfied with y'all paycheck. Hopefully, because if you're not, hey, there's plenty of other trucking jobs out there, and you know, keep in mind, Mr. Charlie is always looking for a way to get you out of this truck. Robotic trucks and self-driving trucks. I don't see this thing lasting another 20 years. So let's start driving these trucks as if you got 20 years max to go. You only got 20 years left. Matter of fact, you got 19 years to this year's the 20. You got 19 years left. After 19 years, nobody can drive a truck no more. Start operating like this. So you got 19 years to go. So in 19 years, what are you gonna have now? For my truck drivers, it's this 60 years or older, or getting close to 60, you only got 10 years. Say you got 10 years tops. Okay, so in 10 years, you need to have something, because at the 10th year mark, your CDL no good. They ain't gonna let you drive a truck no more. Okay, that's how you need to be operating. So okay, I got 10 years left. Well, shoot, man, can I try to get a house paid for in 10 years? Or you maybe, well, at that age, you may just want to rent. But I don't know. You may have kids. You may want to pass it on. I do not know. You need to come up with a plan yourself. I don't know. I'm just saying you need to be operating like they trying, because every day they get up and wake up, they trying to figure out how to get you out the truck. That's what I'm saying. That's what they doing every day. Just like how you get up every day trying to figure out how to move some freight, they get up every day trying to figure out how they gonna get you up out of here. The Russians get up every day trying to figure out how they can take more out of your check. And blacks, we get up every day and try to figure out how to make other people rich, and how we ain't gonna own a damn thing. It's so sad. It's so sad, boy. We're gonna do better though. I don't know when, but we're gonna do better. We're gonna do better. Migo came to Texas, and Migo didn't have nothing. Migo just had a backpack, maybe some water in the backpack. Crossed that border. 5 years later, they own half of Texas. They got all the houses. They got the semi trucks, car shops, mechanic shops, grocery stores. Migo just done took over. Got all the land. It's his oil field now. Wonder why Migo wasn't taught not to own nothing. But blacks, he was always taught, man, you don't want to own nothing. You get a house, you don't even own it, because you gotta pay property tax. I don't never hear Migo say none of that nonsense. Migo come over, take over the whole entire, I mean, he's take over everything. Maybe that's why they riding over in California, because Migo already, he run California. Yeah, Migo, California belong to Migo. Just something to think about, man. I'll get back to y'all.